Hi crafters and good morning. So today is Saturday, November 29th, and we're starting to get the snow in the Chicagoland area. So joy for that, huh? All right. So I hope you're safe wherever you're at and that this winter storm that's going through doesn't affect you too badly. Okay, so I have a few new stamp sets that I'm going to go over the next couple weeks. Stamp bundles. This one is called Greenery Lane, which is kind of funny since we're getting snow right now that I'm going to do Greenery Lane. But I got two different sets that are kind of greenery, nature-ish. So I figure I might well do those this week and next week. That way we get them out of the way. And then we can get on to winter, which I didn't buy a lot of new winter stuff, just so you know. All right, so this is a stamp and die set. You have 15 stamps, you have 10 dies. So let's start with the stamps first. I have done my little index card here, but we will go ahead and stamp them out just so you can see how they look. Let's go ahead. I should always peel these off before because I know it's extremely loud when I do that. All right, so we have that, and let me grab my little magnet slash, this is just a frame. And I have magnetic, this is a vent cover. And then I have this just so I can keep track of, ooh, is that, interferes a little bit, doesn't it? I'll put it over here. Maybe that's not as bad. So let's go ahead, let's grab out a few blocks. Put them over there because I've rearranged things once again, just a little. All right, I think I have enough blocks there. All right, so let's take this first one. Today I decided I was going to stamp on gray granite just because I just love how it looks. And I'm going to grab shaded spruce, I think. I haven't used shaded spruce in a while. So let's go ahead and use shaded spruce to stamp on that gray granite. I think it's gray granite. I don't even know where my, oh, and I should do this because I know it's always so noisy for you guys. Let's do this so it's not quite so noisy. All right. There we go. So we have a nice leaf. Oh, I didn't do that very well. There we go. Now, these are brand new stamps. I have not yet, of course, seasoned them very well. Let me grab out my little cloth so I can clean them over here off to the side before I put them over here so I don't stamp the same one twice. All right, now this one is pretty solid, so I'm pretty sure that this is not going to stamp good the first time. This is your little leaf insiders. I don't have my head in the shot, so I'm hoping I got it somewhat good. There you are. Let me put my hand up there so it focuses. All right, so that's the little leaf insiders. Yeah, and I'm doing this way because otherwise my fingers get all inky, and then when I go to do something with you guys, and I already have ink on there anyway, it ends up getting on my card. Go ahead, do a smaller one here. So there's that. And then it also has a little fill-in. Let me see if I can figure out. It should be this one. So a lot of these, as you can see from this, are two-step. And that's what we're doing right now. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. This is the inside. And as you notice, I'm using the same stamp pad and I'm not stamping off because these are etched. Oops, I'm a little off on that one. Yeah, let me do that one first like this. They're a little etched like you see here, so it gives you, oh, and you have to be careful with that stamp. There's a lot of thin parts. Now let's see if I can go over that. I usually like to stamp my middle first and then I do the outside edge. A little bit better. If I was sitting down, I'd be doing a much better job. I know most people say standing up, they get more straight, but also I like getting my head in on the shot, so we haven't done that for you here. You don't need to see my grays or my thinning hairline, so we'll just leave it at that. So there's that one. That's really pretty. That probably could almost be like Christmassy. You could put some little red dots there and that would get you like a holly berry look. Sorry, it's like 6 in the morning here. My son worked a 12-hour shift yesterday. You gotta love Black Friday. And again, I'm off again because I didn't do the solid part first. So he worked 5 to 5 yesterday. He's working 6:30 to, I don't know what today. So with the snow, we just wanted to make sure that the driveway was like, you know, okay for him and all that good stuff. So, oh, I still did bad, but you can get the idea. I needed to go turn it just a little tiny bit. All right, I'll practice on that today and we'll have much better results tomorrow when I do my examples with. All right, so let me find, here's, you know what, I want to get out, I know we don't carry the A blocks anymore. Let me get out that A block. I am just not stamping very straight today. Either that or I'm not pushing hard enough and I'm not getting very good impressions, stamping impressions. All right, let's try this one. This one I can see through a little bit more. Still a little bit off. I promise my examples tomorrow will be beautiful because I'll be sitting down and I'll be looking over the edge. All right, I think that's it for, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 steps. Yep, so that's it. All right, so let's go ahead. We have a single accent. Then we also have a double accent. I'm not really sure why they did the single and the double, but the artists at Stampin' Up! Know what they're doing, so I'll just leave that with them. Now let's do some words. Here's a good thank you. Oh, look, I'm touching that and it's getting ink from that all right, so I thought I would be cleaner doing it this way, and obviously I'm not. Let me put on a little hand sanitizer really quick. All right, got some of that off. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do this one. Love and hugs. My shaded spruce is very dry. All right, you know what I need to do? I need to do this. That way I'm not getting it on my fingers. All right, we have 2 more words, and then we have the big leafery. Here for you. That's a nice font. And I used to keep track of all my gradings. I've slacked a lot lately. I'm not getting in my head. I'm in an Excel spreadsheet, so if I wanted a certain word, I could see, oh, it's in this one, and it's in this one, it's in this one, but I haven't kept up on it. So let's go ahead. Let's lay that down so it gets its true form. Wishing you well. That's a nice one. Oops. I'll do that again. All right, and the last one is the big leaf. So this is another thing that I liked better about I always feel like I'm gonna rip these. I mean, they're strong, they're durable, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, it seems like they stick so much tighter on the acetate versus on the inside of the stamp case. All right. I didn't do very good lining that up. So when we go to cut this out, we're going to probably cut into that word, just so you know. And there's that one, the big leaf. All right. So that is all the stamps. Let me put the blocks back over here. Sorry, it's right by my microphone. So I hope it's not too terribly loud, and I'm sorry if it is. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and, I still have that one to clean off. All right, lay that down over here on my work desk. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I got my camera far enough over so it wouldn't put a glare on my glass mat, but I forget about all these little acetate things and all that. Okay, so I'll put those in until I put my stamps back. And then learn from mistake, put that in here so I don't lose those. All right, now we have our die cuts. Like I said, there are 10 die cuts. And let me bring over my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And a few of these are going to cut out your images. Let's bring that back over here. All right, so let's look at the first one. Yes, and it's almost January, so I have new cutting plates for January. All right, I think I need to take my snips, and yes, we don't have snips anymore. I'm sorry. Using a lot of items here that we don't have anymore. Well, really not the snips, but you all have scissors, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down here. I'm lining it up so I see the stamped image inside of my die. If I wanted to, I could put down some tape. Let me see. Let me just put this repositional down, even though it's not as sticky as it used to be. Let's run that through. Remember, peel at the diagonal. A lot of pressure being put on that when you run it through. So there's that. little bit off down here. Okay, the next one that cuts out, let's see, is this little one here. That goes with this, which I didn't stamp very well. But let's see. Now the little dot there should be right on your stem if you want your stem to come out right. So getting that around there like that. I think I just moved it. Oh, I don't know why it's so tight on that end. What happened? No, I didn't have an extra piece of cardstock. That really went tight. Not sure why. All right. There that is. Did I drop it? I don't know where it went to. Oh, here it is. It is on my floor. I did drop it. All right, so there's that. Sorry, I thought I had ink there, but it looks like I actually have a blood blister of some sort. All right, I thought it was just ink. Silly me. Squirrel. Okay, for you younger people, you probably don't know what squirrel is, but go ahead. Oh, maybe you know it more because your generation does the squirrel, because I think, is it the movie Up? My generation would do the, oh, cows from Throw Mama from the Train. All right, so let's make sure we got that back in there. You could use your tape if you want to make sure it's holding in place. There's that. I think we have two more to cut out. We have this one right here. And yes, I could have put these in like and done one pass with two of these, but since I'm not using my magnetic plate because that is retired, even though I still use mine off camera, and tape, I just, for the most part, I'm just giving you an example here. We'll show you better images tomorrow with my examples. All right, there we go. Guess I haven't two-step stamped in a while. All right, so here we're lining that up. Let me get my head in here just a little bit. Of course, I didn't have it on the, I had my plate 3s stacked. All right, there we go. There we are. And we have this one, which does not match up to a die, but makes great leafery. Greenery. I've watched too many videos where they say leafery, and that just, is that really a word? I'm pondering whether that's really a word or not. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a stubborn one, so let's go ahead and poke it out with the pokey tool. it over there. We have just a couple little scritchies that didn't come out. Okay, and there you have, there we go. Oh my goodness, the leafery. And I guess this is why we had those. So we have the double and we have the single and we have multiples of them. So they're exactly the same. The dies, not these sizes. The sizes are just a little off on this. One is just slightly bigger than the other. So that I may need to put my little tape on that one. And then let's just do one of these. All right, but then we have the extra set too. Just so you know. Oh, my camera went weird. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead. Put this over here at my side counter. And we have this. Oh, and they don't cut out together. They do cut out separately. There we go. All right, let me put these on my side thing. Let me bring those up for you. And that one I really got off on. But you can see what those do. Okay, excuse me. A little bit of a hiccup there. So then we have this. We have this. Let me get these off here. We have our little die cuts over here. Right, so there's the stamps minus the big one here, of course, and then your dies. Of course, you have these extra dies here. All right, so that was the Greenery Lane bundle. Thanks for watching. Come on back tomorrow. We'll do an example together. I'll have a couple others made out. Most of all, made up. Okay. Most of all, be safe out there if you're in the middle of this winter storm. Have a good Saturday. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.